Ubuntu से कर
Okay,
पाएगा।
I hope my screen is visible because I have presented.
Yes, it is visible.
If it's not visible, then it's your laptop's fault.
ना दिख रही है आराम कर। चल तू उसमें डाल दे। Okay, your time starts now.
Okay, so my topic is atomic force microscopy (AMF) or magnetic force microscopy (MFM). So first of all, what is AMF and MFM? So AMF is generally used for very high resolution type of microscopy, which displays the resolution in on the order of fraction of a few nanometers. So we have various spectroscopy techniques, but AMF, the advantage of AMF, major advantage that for which we use AMF for is for high resolution. And then comes this MFM, which is a variety of AMF, in which sharp magnetized tip scans the magnetic sample. So it is basically same as AMF, but there is a coating of magnetic material on the tip. So tip, we will come to that in the experiment. So AMF. So as we have discussed, there is a sharp tip is mounted at the end of a machine cantilever and scanned over the sample to be investigated. So this is the cantilever that we have, and this is the tip, and below it is a sample which is attached with piezo tube, and then feedback electronics is there, and then image we get. And above the cantilever we have the deflection sensor. So what happens is that forces from the sample acting on the probe tip causes the cantilever to deflect from its original height. So there is an interaction between sample and tip by magnetic force. So which is detected by the cantilever and it is sent to the deflection sensor. So so here in this experiment, a displacement sensor then measures the deflection, which is proportional to the force gradient. Yeah. So to form an image, the strength of sample tip interaction is mapped as a function of position of sample. So yeah, MF technique are strongly, as we can see, it's strongly dependent on the displacement sensor. So we need to have good displacement sensor for this technique to work. So in AFM technique, we have contact versus non-contact. So as we have seen this graph many times, it's a graph between force and the distance, radial distance. So in this region, the contact AFM works, and in this region, non-contact AFM works. So the forces which are experienced by the tip in contact AFM are repulsive forces, and for the non-contact are the attractive forces. This is how it shows. This is the sample surface, and this is the distance at which tip is to be hanged. And so non-contact ones generally are in this range for van der Waals to the depending upon the distance, and the contact ones are like very near to the surface or touching that. So AMF contact mode. So these works on short range inter-atomic force dominates over the other forces acting on the tip, which we have already discussed. So this is used for the atomic scale surface tomography can be imaged from this technique. So contact force mode, as the tip contacts the surface, feedback circuit keeps the deflection constant between the cantilever and the sample by vertically moving the scanner up and down to maintain the reference deflections. So next one we have the non-contact mode. Here, instead of touching the surface, there is a separation maintained between the sample and the tip. So the forces that come into interaction between the tip and the sample are the long-range forces, such as van der Waals, as I have shown in the diagram earlier. Depending on the distance, it can be van der Waals or electrostatic magnetic force become dominant. So here, instead of measuring quasi-static cantilever deflection in the contact mode, the cantilever can be made to vibrate. So this vibration happens at a certain resonance frequency. So as we know, cantilevers are the like
Okay.
a very important part of our this technique. So the tip is mounted on the flexible cantilever, whose mechanical properties plays a very important role in determining the sensitivity and stability of the instrument. So So the major role of the cantilever is just to translate the force which acts magnetic force acting in case of MFM to the into the deflection. So it's basically a spring which obeys Hooke's law, and it has a certain spring constant and fundamental resonant frequency, which are the most important properties for the sensitivity of this technique. So after the laser source emits the beam and it strikes the cantilever, it hit back to the split photo detector. So this setup is called deflection method, beam bounce deflection. So yeah, a laser beam is focused on the end of the cantilever, and yeah, this I have already covered. A force F is experienced perpendicular to the end of cantilever, and there is a deflection. So this causes a displacement delta S at the photodetector, and it results in a optical power falling in one side. So this can be seen in the next slide. So this is the setup, and this is the sensitivity equations where the length and delta Z are the parameters given in the figure. This is how deflection works. And for the split photodiode detection, we have a setup as like this, where this dark circle is the original laser spot. So this is the initial setup, like initial calibration of our experiment is to get the difference between the voltages as low as possible. And after the deflection is made from the cantilever, then the dotted laser point is shifted. So difference between that gives our deflection, which is translated into an image. So